I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, the head coach for JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. That's a site with curated information that you can watch, listen to, or read that's going to help you find work more quickly. Now, the more you step up in an organization, the more you put yourself out front in an organization, the more likely it is that people are going to evaluate you not just simply for what you can do, but for the presence that you carry, the executive presence that you present yourself with, that's going to allow you to stand out from others. Now, let me give you an example of the non-executive presence. Underdressed, poor use of oral communications, things along those lines that just cause people to remember you in a negative way. You know, the classic story from years ago was wearing flip-flops to work. You know, how do you get seen as an executive in flip-flops? Now, I know some of you will say, in our organization, the owner wears flip-flops or the president wears, but you're not them. You're still in the aspirational phase. And if you are them, you know that it's easier to present executive presence differently. So let me just give you the baseline for doing a self-critique. And if you're not sure, consider it a thumbs down on your part. Ask for input from others just to be on the safe side, okay? So the first thing I want to encourage you to do is evaluate your appearance. You know, do you appear sloppy? Is your clothing 10 years old, outdated, worn? You know, do you frequently get a haircut or your hair styled or not? Is the style that you use from 25 years ago versus something more current? Now, I'm not suggesting for men that you shave your head. You know what makes you look great. And the idea is you want to be seen as world class. Is this the best appearance that you can present? And that's ultimately the benchmark. Is this the best appearance that you can present? Second thing I want you to do is to start thinking in terms of how you present in public. Now, this isn't about necessarily public speaking, although that's the great practice place for it. Going to a Toastmasters meeting and learning to speak there. And I've done other videos about this, so watch some of my stuff related to Toastmasters. It is a great practice place, but any place where you can practice public speaking away from your office, away from impact if you do a poor job, where you can get good feedback, is useful to you. And thus put yourself in the position where you have a chance to give a speech or a presentation. Get in front of a group and see how you're recognized, which involves learning a skill that I think is very important for executive presence, and that involves learning to read a room. When you're speaking, you're starting to notice how people see you, how they respond to your ideas. Are they connected with you, or are they starting to tune out? Little things along those lines become very important skills for how you manage and how you lead groups and the presence that you carry yourself with. When you speak, don't read it. The notion of being at a podium or a lectern and staring down at your notes, wrong. What all you want to have in the way of notes at most is the framework reminders. Like, think in terms of a PowerPoint. If you're doing a PowerPoint presentation, it's really an outline of your speech, right? It's really an outline of what you're presenting to people. And you can reference it by looking back at the screen, but ultimately all the words that you're about to say aren't there, right? Well, consider your speech and having really PowerPoints with you, not real PowerPoints, but just the framework for the speech, and you know what needs to be covered within each item, right? Maintain eye contact with people. Look for folks to connect with. And that can be very simple. It can be as simple as, you know, as you're speaking, you're talking to individuals and holding eye contact, and I'm trying to illustrate how you can do that, but really look at them and giving them and speaking with them. Another thing that I think is very important for developing an executive presence is how you share your ideas and opinions in meeting situations. Things that appear too cutting will come back and bite you because you wind up developing adversaries. People with a great presence learn how to give constructive feedback. It's almost like a sandwich. You talk in terms of the praise on the one hand, a suggestion in the middle, and again, praise on the bottom of the sandwich. Well, if you give feedback that's purely designed to crush someone in their quote unquote stupidity, you're going to wind up having an argument with someone, and you're going to have a fight in the room. Is that really what you want? Leaders don't create the arguments. They're there to solve them. They're there to lead a group or an organization, and your presence goes a long way toward contributing to the success or failure of your ideas. Ignoring that simple fact and pretending as though you can make a big jump in your leadership in an organization without addressing your presence is foolish on your part. You will get maxed out at manager levels at best and miss on the bigger opportunities until you address that. Now, I'm going to raise one sensitive subject for some of you, and that is weight. For some of you, the pounds have come on over the years, and where you can get rid of them, it really will serve you better. Take the time now to gradually make changes to your diet so you can lose weight. Hope you found this helpful. I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. If you're interested in my coaching you, reach out to me through LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/the Big Game Hunter. Mention that you saw this video because I like knowing that I'm helping people. Once we're connected, we'll schedule time for a conversation. One of the ways I like to coach is using a video service so we can see one another. And especially when we're dealing with executive presence or job hunting and interviewing, my being able to see you goes a long way to my ability to help you. So if you're interested in my coaching, you connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/the Big Game Hunter. Once we're connected, send me a message that you're interested in coaching. I'd love to help. Also want to say, if you have a couple of questions, reach out to me through either the Magnify app, that's Magnify with an I at the end, or through PrestoExperts.com. And I look forward to helping you. Hope you have a great day. Take care.